In the blue corner, hailing out of Manchester, Crusher. His adversary, from Tampa, the Greatest.
Opening 3 minutes of this 10-round fight. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. He got all into that one. That was a solid uppercut. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Able to cover up that gut.
Work the body. Keep moving, working the jab.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. A well-targeted classic 1-2 by the Greatest. A battering shot by the Greatest. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by the Greatest. Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt. You know, his opponent's doing a good job of just being patient now and looking for that one good shot.
Well, you know, the landscape of this business, the history of this business is littered with guys that they've had someone hurt, they get a little careless, they get caught. He better watch out that he doesn't get put on that landscape.
Getting rid of that punch from his opponent. Well blocked by the Greatest. Crusher's defense. Is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches.
Back to the body.
Last 10 seconds of this first round. Crusher's got to be pleased. The Greatest's back. Look at him here in the start of this round. Remember, he got tagged hard in that last round.
Well, that's the reward you get when you have a good camp and you get yourself in top shape.
There's another right hand. Crusher's defense is paying off now.
Double up your punches. Stay inside.
The Greatest's left landing well. Crusher still shaking after feeling that uppercut.
Keep working the body.
And now you see the southpaw pulling the trigger with the straight left. Good job staying away from the danger there. As basic as could be, but it works. A jab followed by the straight. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Right to the body.
That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Crusher scoring with that right hand. Parries that punch away. Goes up top with a right hand. So right from the start in this fight, he's committed to the body shots.
Well, that's the time to go.
How about that right hand by the Greatest? Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt.
Joe, in this kind of situation, it's kind of like a wounded animal. Yeah, you could go after him, but you better be careful because he'll strike out when you don't expect it.
End of this round earlier today and say, hey, I know you learned everything from the legendary Cus D'Amato, the great trainer. And he said to you, what's the one thing you took away from all your years with Cus? What did you say to him?
Well, it wasn't a paycheck, I'll tell you that much, because Cus didn't believe in paying you for that. He said, you're going to college, You're getting a valuable education, and you're not even being forced to pay a tuition. So I understood that. We worked 7 days a week, so there was no union. Cuz believed in working on Sundays, so you couldn't go complain and say I'm being overworked. But I think, seriously, that the most important thing that I learned, of course, that from a technical standpoint, you have to be really secure in those areas. No matter how much talent a fighter has, you have to teach them right, teach them the fundamentals, but mentally. You have to understand that a fighter's really always under fear. And you have to understand those dimensions, those parameters. And you have to be able to find a way to get in there, understanding how he feels mentally, and understanding how that can impair his judgment, stop him from doing simple physical things.
Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Crusher's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. Well, he goes to the gut with a right hand. Lands flush with the 2-punch combo by Crusher.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Blocks the headshot. 10 seconds to go in this 3rd round. That was a miss by the greatest. And round 3, I'll start around number 4. A chance to look at Teddy's scorecard and get his insight.
Nice one.
A solid true uppercut by the greatest.
Teddy, how does a fighter know when that's the punch to fire off the uppercut?
Well, it's where he is. First of all, he's on.
Could this be the start of a big comeback? Solid. He is not meant for life on the outside there, and he just paid the price. He goes down.
Because he didn't make his mind up. If you're not going to work out in front, get to a distance where you're safe. He stood there at a bad distance. No man's land.
Crusher's right hand scores well.
Finish with the hook. Focus.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. A stinging uppercut by the greatest.
Keep your back to the body.
He has his target. He lands a straight right. Flush shot. It was the overhand left.
Keep it tight inside.
That's a forceful 2-punch combo by the greatest. Crusher's able to avoid that punch.
Hey, shut down.
The greatest really doing a fine job here, Teddy. I know everybody falls in love with the clean, effective punching, but you can make an argument that he's controlling this fight right now thanks to his head movement.
Yeah, you know, it makes me think about that legendary story about the old great Willie Pep, the Will o' the Wisp. There was a legend that he actually won a round without throwing a punch, just by making his opponent miss, just by ring generalship.
Crusher's knocked down. The greatest is doing a good job of being strong on his feet right now. He was rocked in that last round, but his opponent doesn't appear to be seeing any damage standing opposite him. Well off the mark by the greatest.
Keep working the body.
A freight train uppercut by the greatest.
Watch the hook.
Crusher's showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand.
You're still not moving enough. Boom, boom.
Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for you. Good step back, counter punch there.
Beautiful.
Don't stay in one spot. Circle. It's toast him.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. A minute and a half to go. Oh, and he comes back with an uppercut there after getting hit. Well-targeted left hand by the greatest. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. You see what happens when he commits to the uppercut. Look at that. Great work there. Targeting a left hand down low.
Looking good.
Crusher's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. 10 clicks of the talk. The greatest has got to be credit, but I do believe he's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, but you want to keep that carrot out in front of him. Keep him running after something, you know? The worst thing is all of a sudden he thinks he's got the carrot, and he's sitting there, he's chomping away at it, and guess what? The tortoise goes right past him. Or in this case, his opponent gets his hand risen.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top.
You're still not.
That's a razor-sharp uppercut by the greatest. Not able to connect with the uppercut. A striking combination by Crusher.
You're taking too many punches. Hands up. Unload. More punches.
Targeting that overhand left. Good work on the outside from him.
And that was set up by his inside fighting earlier. A place where, quite honestly, I expected him to be all night long, but now he's getting the privilege. He's getting the luxury of being able to stay outside a little bit.
Crusher's combination punching is working well here. A well-targeted jab that time.
And that's exactly what you need when you want to stay on the outside. Something to keep you away from your opponent.
What an impact that left hand just made by the greatest. Comes right back with a shot of his own. Nice work blocking that, and then an uppercut of his own. Now committing to that jab, straight hand, and it works out. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. The greatest got to find forward here because I do believe he's ahead on the scorecards in a close fight. Very close fight.
Yeah, I see it about the same way, but you just said it. It's very important that his corner people now don't really tell him that he's ahead. I think they let him think that if he's not behind, it's a dead even fight, and keep pushing right there. Stay responsible, stay within yourself, but keep pushing.
Look at that combination by the greatest. The greatest has been having great success with these combinations, Teddy.
Well, there's a reason for it. He's using his jab to start it, and then he's letting the punches go, letting the hands follow.
Crusher's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still, it can get nasty as the fight progresses. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by the greatest. You see he's committed to that body work.
Pace yourself.
Halfway through the 7th round. The greatest doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Crusher's nose is bloodied up. Who knows how that started right there, but the bottom line is he's got to deal with it. Both guys have a lot to be proud of with their performances in this round so far, and they still want to give more. What an encore in this final minute.
If you were a kid, you would feel that you're on one of those rides at Space Mountain. I mean, it's just extraordinary.
Scored well with that right hand to the body. A huge uppercut by the greatest. Solid left hand to the head.
Get in there.
Good exchange there. Nice solid left hand scored by the greatest. Blocks that belt line well. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done.
There's no need to fight his style.
Start of round number 8 here. Teddy has him down through 7 rounds. But keep in mind, he has scored a knockdown. Folks would be saying, if it happened once, it can happen again.
Well, that's exactly right. And you just said folks could be saying, well, the only folks that need to be saying it in his corner. They need to be saying that. Get in his ear a little.
Solid shot, the overhand left. The greatest is taking his man lightly because he is up on the scorecards, but you can see that he is being pressured and pushed.
You know, he's in there with a real solid guy. I don't think he's taking him lightly. It's just that he's in there in the kind of waters he's never been before, deep waters, and he's swimming harder than he's ever had to swim before.
That's a fierce left hand that landed by the greatest. Crusher's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. 90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. What impact from that uppercut by the greatest. Crusher's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Crusher.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Crusher's at his best when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. A well-placed left hand up top. Go your way. You get a moment to gather yourself here. You're leading on the scorecards, but you still have to stand up and deliver. Way to block there.
You're still not moving enough.
Crusher's not just loading up. He's landing combination punches like he did right there.
Good job, buddy.
Well-targeted two-punch combo by Crusher. He gets hit, but he gives it right back.
Unload more punches.
The greatest is doing exactly what you should to be a strong... Big shot comes crashing home. Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time?
5.
I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Good defensive skill with the block by the greatest.
Relax.
Teddy, he's wobbling all over the ring.
You know, Joe, he can't use his legs right now, so he wishes, and it's too late for it because he wasn't taught, but he wishes he was a guy who was taught how to slip right in front of a guy and make the guy miss. Then at least he could do that. Right now, his only chance is to grab because the legs are not going to be there for him.
That's a good block by Crusher. Final chance, last 10 seconds of round 9. The greatest is taking a rest.
He shouldn't think that. You know, it's okay for us to think that, and his trainer, more importantly, shouldn't let him think that. He should tell him, this is where a little psychology 101 might come in. You know, I don't say you tell him you're behind, but you say, hey, it's a dead even fight. Win the rest of these rounds.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault.
The greatest thinking
Come on,
defense
give
first right
up
now,
the-
Teddy. I mean, you can just see it in him. He's thinking strictly, hey, what happened earlier, I don't want that to happen again.
And that's what his opponent wants him to think. So that's all you need to know, that you can't think that way, especially since that's not his style. Joe, if he was a counterpuncher, it'd be okay. You know, your defense creates offense when you're a counterpuncher. He is not that kind of fighter. He can't win this way.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Trying to erode away that body with the combination punching. The greatest objective is to land that jab, and he did so right there. Halfway through this 10th and final round.
Keep working the jab. Keep working to move in. Combo. One.
Good looking right hand after he got hit. Final minute of the final round.
Use the ring. Close again.
What a good counter punch by Crusher. Crusher's so dangerous with that accuracy. A two-punch combination landed. He just missed that shot up top.
Nice. Unload.
Last 10 seconds of the fight. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by the greatest. Throughout the night, right up until that final bell moments ago, both these men